guy, the Fire Island Guardian. No, not the Island Guardian. You know the guy, Kiawe. That dude had a Marowak. So it was assumed that we were going to see a Fire-type Marowak. And that's what we do. And I think Candy Eevee, was it, had this one where she added the flames. I think it was. Do not quote me on that. But she got really close, or whoever had that design got very close to the whole torch thing on the bone. It's really crazy how close that was. But we can go over this because that Meowth is a dark type. That Alolan Meowth is a dark type, and most likely the Persian will be too. We don't actually know anything else beyond that, like its ability or anything, at least so far when I'm recording this. So, same with the Marowak. But the thing about the Alolan Marowak, that is Fire Ghost. Now, we already have a Pokemon of this type, the Chandelure line, so it isn't as unique, but it's still crazy as you can see. But the thing is, I wanted a Mega Marowak, which was Ghost Ground Parental Bond, because the story would have intertwined with that Mega Evolution so well, and it looks like it might never happen. Not because that I don't think Mega Evolution will come back. It might come back. I said it might not come back, but here's hoping that it will come back, but who knows what happens. Everything's up in the air. So, these Alolan forms are kind of nuts. No abilities are known at this moment, but it's crazy. And I'm hoping for at least 25, but that's not the last thing. We have one more scan to get to, and this one shows that we have, well, first of all, I need to say this, that it shows the villainous team. If you thought there wasn't going to be a villainous team because there was no Gym Challenger Elite Four, then you got another thing coming. Because there is! And it's Team Skull, and its leader looks like an evil Doc Brown from Back to the Future, if you think about it. It's kind of nuts. The leader is Guzuma. That's the Japanese romanization. These all are Japanese romanization names. And the girl next to him is named Purumi, or Purumeri, pardon me. So I don't know what their motive is, but all that I know is, now that we know that there is going to be a villainous team. So, that style of gameplay in the storyline will not be leaving Pokemon in the slightest. We still will have some villainous team to get to and to defeat. So, that is pretty cool. And, of course, next month's issue of CoroCoro will reveal Rockruff's evolution. And that rumor, that theory, that it is going to evolve into a werewolf, depending on where you leave it, the types change. We're going to see if that's true, because if it is true, that just blows my mind. But we have a lot of new stuff in this CoroCoro, and we have a lot more stuff at the end of the week with this new trailer on Thursday. Like I said, it's not on Friday, it's on Thursday. So if you want to stick around for that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button to join me on the hype train, as we are sitting with 14 weeks, a full 14 weeks away from Pokemon Sun and Moon's release. That's when the hype train will hit full force, and we're going to cover everything on this channel. At least, that's the plan. Mainly competitive stuff. But, like I said, and if you enjoyed this stop on the road to Pokemon Sun and Moon, go ahead and drop a like down below from the top. Rather, from the top down below. And I will catch you back at the top later on with another trailer. Another trailer to get to. Because that is how you do what? Okay, we'll see. It is going to be enough due to the ban. You got banned. Oh, is this the way up? No.
A Mewtwo. Oh my god. Wait, can I kill it? I shouldn't try. No. Okay.